Ladies and gentlemen, this is Norman Rhodes, and I am happy to bring to you this press conference that will feature two competitors that will be fighting for one of the most prestigious and expensive championships in the industry. This will all go down at Sunday night's main event, broadcasted on Super Network TV, and it will be for the International Wrestling Alliance World Heavyweight title under standard rules, meaning the match can only be won by pinfall or submission. Without further ado, let me introduce you to the challenger, Mr. Jerod Thunder. And your champion, Jerod Bowden. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you your current IWA champion, Jerod Bowden.
Thank you very much. You see, Sunday night in Atlanta, Georgia will be not only mine, but my opponent here, Jerod Thunder's biggest night in our wrestling careers. As we fight, as we go to battle, as we go to war, for these right here, 10 pounds of gold that we have sitting right here in front of us. You see, my biggest night before this had to have been when I won this championship from my good old buddy, old pal, HOH. You see, that had to have been my biggest night, my biggest moment in my God-honest career. But, you see, now things are changing. And I know that everybody else knows, that even Jerod Thunder knows, that in Atlanta, Georgia, Sunday night's main event, history will happen. History will be made. You see, this right here alone, it's probably worth about a good old $50,000. So not only is the person walking out with this championship gold, but they're walking out with $50,000 worth of championship gold over their shoulder, around their waist, and that is exactly what I plan on keeping on doing on Sunday night in Atlanta, Georgia. And I know for a fact Jerod Thunder is going to bring a fight, but Jerod Thunder just has to understand that he's not me, nor is he the king of the mountain.
Thank you, Jerod Bowden. And now, the man who's been all over the world chasing gold, with a docu-series following his career coming soon. And the man who was just on the Anthony Griggs show, Jerod Thunder.
Jerod Bowden. You're right about one thing. The title is worth a lot of money. And therefore, will do a lot of good for Jerod Thunder and his family once he wins it at Sunday night's main event. But Bowden, what you fail to realize is that I'm fighting for a lot more than money. See, Jerod Thunder has had to overcome many obstacles to get to this point in his life, right here and right now. See, I'm fighting for those just like Jerod Thunder and his people back home in Detroit. I'm fighting for those who have been bullied and ridiculed because their pants were a little bit too short, because their parents didn't have enough money to get you the right size. Those who grew up in the foster care system and you're out here alone with no mother or father to go home to. I'm fighting for those who've had to overcome being homeless and being pegged with the only one in their family to become a success. So you're carrying the weight of generations of men and women on your back, telling you to carry that torch for the family. See, Jerod Bowden at Sunday night's main event on the Super Network TV, Jerod Thunder will carry that torch right up to the mountaintop and return home with the International Wrestling Alliance Championship. See, Jerod Bowden, you may be this king of the mountain, but just like Mount Everest, me and my people will climb and stake claim to that mountain. And the only thing you will ask yourself when it's all said and done and the talking is over is, why was I just not good enough when the king of old school is raising your championship high in the air while thousands and thousands of fans are screaming, JR, Thunder, 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 Thunder.
Oh wow, how humble of you, JR. You see, the scripture says that there's a time for everything. There's a time to sing, there's a time to dance. There's a time to be sad, and there's a time to be angry. Sunday night, Jerod Thunder, there will be a time that you will have your moment to sit there and bask in all the glory that you have came up to now. But there will also, on that night, be a time, Jerod Thunder, a time that you will realize that you just aren't better than me. Jerod Thunder, I want you to understand, you can come up here and you can say all you want. You can be humble all you want. You can say you're doing this for professional wrestling all you want, Jerod Thunder. But I want you to realize something. That when you get in that ring with me, there ain't no going back. We both know there's no going back after this. We can't rewind after this, but we must proceed forward. So, JR, I want you to realize something right now, and I want you to realize it good. This Sunday night, you will have an amazing match. You will have a match of your life. But also Sunday night, JR, you will realize that you have just failed one of your greatest matches of your life. You see, JR, you may be the bigger man in this situation between me and you, but you just won't be the better man between me and you. Thank you all. Thank you all. Y'all have a good night. We'll see you guys Sunday night in Atlanta, Georgia.